Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Bowl TV for continued coverage of the 2021 Junior Gold Championships from Indianapolis. My name is Aaron Smith with Bowl TV, and we are ready for qualifying round number 2 for the U20 boys and girls. They competed already earlier today, bowled 4 games. We'll get you those scores, recaps, and more in just a little bit. They're getting ready for their second oil pattern here of qualifying, so bowled the first round on one pattern, second round a different pattern. So we do not have the pattern information. They just have to use their ball motion to determine how to attack this pattern. They had a practice session yesterday, and they're ready to put that to work today. Let's go out to the lanes before we bring in the rest of the Bowl TV crew, because here at Expo Bowl for our U20 girls, they are ready to get underway here. Their warm-up session is complete, but we are at 2 centers right now, and we are streaming live. 4 channels at the Girls Center, 4 at the boys over at Western Bowl. So let's bring in Jason Thomas from Western Bowl. There he is. JT,
hey.
Welcome back.
How you doing, sir? Nice to see you again.
It's good to be seen. Good to be seen.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do some fireworks like we had earlier. It's July 4th a couple days ago, and we had some fireworks here at Junior Gold. Finished the morning round.
Certainly so. Jeremy Kinley finished with 300, so that's pretty awesome. We're going to get that up on social media as well in just a little bit, so folks can check that out if they missed it watching live earlier today. So some excitement there. As I mentioned, we do have scores and recaps from round 1 to check out in a little bit as well. But let's bring in our third reporter here on the Bowl TV team, Inside Bowling's Mike Flanagan, to the broadcast. There he is. Michael, hello.
Hey, 5 and 23. Those are the numbers. 5 young ladies are plus. 23 young gentlemen are plus. Bowling on the short oil pattern this morning. We got a new pattern for everybody at games 5 through 8 of qualifying. Remember, 16 total games of qualifying before we make a cut. And we're getting ready to see 5 through 8. We'll be halfway done with qualifying after about this 2 hour and 15-minute block we'll be bringing you here on Bowl TV.
All right, folks, as we settle in, we'll go full screen to the bowling so you guys can check it out. And as Mike ran down those numbers, let's take a look first at the U20 girls scores here after round number 1. And Kaylee Williams from Florida, out of the gate strong. Games at 214, 227, 213, and 225. Very consistent to get to plus 79, 879 her 4-game total.
Hey, Aaron, the only player to have 4 games over 200, all games over 200 out of all of the young ladies that participated this morning. I was going to tell you how many took to the lanes today, but it looks like there were 61 that took to the lanes, and there was a handful of folks that didn't make it out to the event.
So very good note there, Mike, and that consistency definitely a key to success. Morgan Nunn from Oklahoma City, we saw her make a run at 300, had the front from 9 to start her final game, and that 275 finish propelled her to plus 60 into second place. Mabel Cummins, a member of Junior Team USA for a couple years now, pair 230 games in the middle of her block to get her to plus 26. And then Caitlin Orasek from Yorkville, Illinois, 819 fourth. Ashley Morrow, we saw her have a strong finish, 224 to get plus 16. So those are your 5 players who are plus. 2019 U17 champion. I've got my numbers mixed up there. Caroline Beezer is in 6th place at -7, 793. Brianna Madison, 792. Cassidy Anschutz, 789. Megan Kohlberg, 786. And Saya Sweeney, 783, your top 10 here in the girls division. Over for the boys, Benjamin LaFontaine from New Hampshire. Nice opening block, 951 237.75 average, games at 220, 214, 224, 234, and 279 to move into the top spot. Joy Ocello, a member of Junior Team USA, 917. Chase Godell from Minnesota, 904 in third. Connor Lackey and Kai Yamada tied for fourth at 893. Charles Bostic, 890. Nicholas Luther, 872. Jeremy Kinley, who had the 300 to finish, 869. So for Jeremy, tale of two halves with that block. 131 to start, followed by 181, but then finished 257, 300. So making the right moves on the pattern to make his run into the top 10. And then we got, and I apologize to Jaron because I'm probably going to mess up his last name here. Jaron Kirishag from Hawaii, 866. And then Lucas Reagan Coe from North Carolina, 861, your top 10 on the boys' side after qualifying round number 1. So the athletes got a pretty nice break. As Mike said, the round went quick. So had about a 2-hour break. Once again, a brand new pattern. So that's really the big thing these competitors are looking for, is consistency across 4 patterns in qualifying to move on to the next round. And we do have so those numbers available as well in the girls division, U20 girls. 61 total participants. 40 are making it to the first advancers round. 24 to the final advancers round, and 16 in match play. 129 participants in the boys division for the U20. 85 are moving on to the advancers round. 50 to the final advancers round. And then match play, top 16 once again. Eventually we'll get down to the top 3 for the step ladder finals, which will take place July 9th, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on BowlTV.com. Few folks asking about Jillian Martin in the BowlTV.com chat, and Jillian will be here next week. She falls into the U18 division based off of age, so she will be competing next week, which may seem a little weird because she did lead U20 back in 2019 to earn her spot on Junior Team USA, but strictly age-based moving forward now with some of the changes to the USBC youth membership. So going strictly off age, she is in the U18 division. So Jillian Martin, the standout from the PWBA Kickoff Classic Series earlier this year, will be competing next week here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, you have that to look forward to as we go into coverage for next week. You know, the thing I'm watching here, guys, early is earlier today we talked about how everybody got off to a slow start, kind of knocking the jitters off a little bit. Coming back to Junior Gold, a big spotlight on you, a lot of pressure. You train, you prepare for this. Now everybody had a chance to go have lunch. Several great options around this area here, as well as where JT's located over at Western. Have an opportunity to go out, have some lunch, spend a little bit of time with your family, maybe with some teammates. Maybe a friend that came with you, and put together a game plan for a new pattern here today. And I think we will probably see more of the same, which is, low first game on the fresh for a majority of the players. And then as the pattern breaks down, they start to get comfortable. Game 2, 3, and 4 with game 4 probably being the highest scoring game. It looks like there is friction out on the lanes here on the ladies' side, at least. Haven't had a chance to check out the men's side. We'll get an update from JT, I'm sure. But that's what I'm looking for here as we take a look at this 4-game block. Unique also, remember everybody, if you didn't join us this morning, that the players are actually bowling 2 qualifying blocks in one day, which is a bit different for this event. Typically, it's you bowl each day, you get your bowling in, and then you got the rest of the day to go sightsee or do whatever you want to do with your family or whatever. You got a whole day to prepare for that next round, but not the case this year here in our U20 division. It's two blocks of qualifying a day here. So we're going to get it taken care of in 2 days, today and tomorrow. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time. So that's what I'm looking for here. I'm seeing a lot of friction, seeing a lot of shots go high. If you miss left, you're going to be high in the head pin, and which pretty much tells me that if you miss right, there's OB. I haven't seen much of that yet. It's very early here, but that's what we're seeing. It looks very demanding, very difficult scoring pace here. You see a Brooklyn there by the southpaw. So that's what I'm seeing here early on here. JT, over on the men's side over there, on the boys' side, what are you seeing over there at your place?
Yeah, it's definitely a longer pattern. There aren't a lot of shots, missing way left like we saw this morning, but there are a lot more shots missing to the right for the righties. But the pattern's much smoother. There are multiple angles that look like they're in play, but the gutter still looks like it hooks a little bit. So I saw a number of players playing way out in practice, and the ball hooking back from the gutter. But I also see some players that are in the middle part of the lane that have a pretty good ball reaction. So it's just a lot smoother pattern, probably something middle length and multiple angles.
Yeah, if we had to guess, you thinking somewhere between 40 and 42 feet, something like that over there? JT, you got some friends over there with you? I can see in the backstage area here that you're there amongst the people again.
All right, as we settle in here, taking a look at our U20 girls featured pair at the moment. Some of the players joining us, we have Evan Smith and Erica Taylor over on 59 and 60. And unfortunately, right now, that's Kayla Smith is the third player joining them. She was wearing a jacket earlier, and you can see actually the scoreboard is covering her name. So now you can read the name clearly on the back of the jersey. That is Megan Kohlberg, left-hander up on lane 61. Great shot there to, fortunately, leave the 8-pin. She's joined by Paige Fiorella. And then we already mentioned Caroline Thieser. We saw her a little bit earlier today as well. So sitting in the top 10 in the overall standings. Past champion here. Now we did stand out at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it's so crazy to see how many great young athletes come out of these collegiate programs nowadays. We talked during the first qualifying block about how junior gold has come such a long way. Hand in hand with junior gold for the last 20 years or so. 1998, we confirmed, was the first junior gold. So technically 23 years with 22 events, was missing last year. That's also when collegiate bowling has really exploded over the last 20 years. Two bright spots. We talked about a monopoly board. What would be the different spaces and real estate on a monopoly board for bowling in today's landscape? College bowling, another one of those pieces on the monopoly board for sure. One of the pieces of property that you could build a hotel or a bowling center on. So definitely hand in hand with this event. So Vanderbilt. You've mentioned a lot of other colleges earlier, Aaron, as well. All Americans here participating, national champions, collegiate individual champions. That's the pedigree that we have here for you here today.
As we move along here in game one, just a friendly reminder: we are live, of course, on BowlTV.com, the place to be for action throughout the course of the week here. Actually, 2 weeks for the Junior Gold Championships between the U20.
9 channels right now. We got 9 channels.
9 channels going live right now. It's gonna bump up those numbers. Those are gonna be rookie numbers by the end.
Isn't it like 17 or something?
17 total. So we will
17 live stream.
We will be expanding, so doubling the amount of channels as we go to more centers moving forward. But we are offering a sneak peek right now on Facebook and YouTube. So for the folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, we'll be here for game number 1, and then we will be sending the broadcast directly and only to BowlTV.com. So that will be the place to watch continued action throughout the course of the week. So a few different options. If you are not a Bowl TV subscriber just yet, we have an option for an event ticket just to watch coverage live throughout Junior Gold for these 2 weeks, $14.95. You can pick up a monthly recurring subscription for $9.95. So that's you're already saving $5 going with the monthly, and that gives you full access to the website as well. So not only the live event coverage, but you get the archived events, you get the on-demand content. You can watch all the PWBA stops from earlier in the year, and you might even be able to catch 1 or 2 moving forward. Looking ahead to next month, we'll be right in the middle of the PWBA Summer Classic Series at this time. So something to think ahead a little bit later. Moving forward as well, $9.95 for that. Or you can pick up an annual recurring subscription, $79.95. That gets you not only the rest of the week, it gets you full access to the website, rest of the PWBA tour season, and all the events that'll be taking place early in 2022. Have all those available as well to check out. And so be sure to check that out. Transaction fees do apply for all 3. And in addition to all of that, we also have giveaways. That's right, folks, giveaways here on BowlTV.com. So we had those throughout the course of the block. We already gave away something in the earlier block today. So that is a great part about being in the Bowl TV community. You get to not only get to chat with a great bunch of folks who are part of the Bowl TV community, stop by the chat every time, have a good old time talking bowling, and whatever other topics we may be discussing throughout the course of a block, but a chance to win as well. So be sure to look out for that with the subscription. So be sure to check that out, because once again, after this first game, we will be going directly to BowlTV.com.
There's a nice shot right there. Aaron, you wanna switch over and we'll check on the boys?
One more time, Mike. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. You want to switch over to the boys? Looks like we got a game going here by Tyrell over on Western number 2 champ.
Western number 2, Tyrell Ingalls, a current member of Junior Team USA. And there he is. He's going to be up on middle of your screen right there.
Yeah, he's playing out with urethane, Aaron, and he's got a great look. That shot he missed in touch, and it just laid off and ran him over. Yeah, I mean, if you get your feet in the right place on this pattern, they're very, very scoreable. That being said, I'm looking around. I have one pair in front of me who has a 123, 142, a 170 for their first game. So there's some sand traps out there for sure. But if you play your cards right, you can shoot some big scores on this pattern.
JT, that young man right there looks familiar to me. In the Roto Grip shirt. Did he make a finals at Thunderbolt?
No, you're thinking of John Nunn.
Okay.
Yeah. But definitely some similarities with the hair.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think I just saw Alec Keplinger sit down over there behind 39 and 40, our defending U20 champion.
Yeah, John Nunn was the U15 champion from 2019.
He just won Teen Masters too.
Oh, roll the old 245.
Clean living.
Yeah, clean living for double to put him in the high 190s. Yeah, and Alec Keplinger, he'll be on 39 and 40 in game number 2 with he's crossing with Cameron Crowe, Trevor Amir, and Brandon Howard. So a lot of star power on that pair for sure.
And if you're on BoldTV.com, you're already all set to check it out. So once again, for the folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, this is going to be our final few shots before we make the transition solely to BoldTV.com. Now you might get lucky and get a few bonus shots here as they're still wrapping up game 1 on 37-38. We'll see if Tyrell can finish this game off. Once again, max at 279 out there. As he kicks off his 10th frame. Oh, vicious.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. He didn't like the shot in the 9th, and then that one, I think he really liked it. That's bowling sometimes.
Bowling, man.
Bowling.
Bonus look at Alec Keplinger. The blue shirt, far right of your screen, delivering the strike to kick things off. In game number 2, game 6 overall for the day. shot to go here. Tyrell Ingles, and then we'll take a quick break as we make the switch solely to BowlTV.com. So if you're watching on Bowl TV, hang tight. We'll be back in just a second here on the main channel. Of course, you can visit our other 8 channels as well. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, thanks for joining us. We hope to see you over at BowlTV.com for wire-to-wire coverage of the 2021 Junior Gold Championships from Indianapolis. So we'll be right back here on Bowl TV for game number 2.